everyone, welcome to part 4 of my in-depth review of the new Dark Eldar, not Angels, Codex. Dark Eldar. I think in in episode 2 I said Angels. Oh, what am I thinking? And just to start off my video, I know in the previous video I didn't really overhype the fact that Grotesque's got Feel No Pain. But my train of thought was that they already had Feel No Pain, because in the previous edition they had our special rule, which gave them a pain token at the start of the game, which gave them Feel No Pain. So they already had Feel No Pain, but now they have Feel No Pain. So it's all good. That's why I really didn't hype them. But Rax, I was correct after filming the video. I did look it up, and because I don't remember them having Feel No Pain to start the game. That's actually awesome, and since they're Toughness 5, that's great, because they're Toughness 5 with Feel No Pain. Very few things are going to deny their Feel No Pain, and it's an extra save which keeps them alive and keeps them in the game, keeps them killing things, and that keeps them happy. But today we will be discussing the troops choices, and I'm going to go through the 2 dedicated transports as well, because the troops choices aren't very plentiful in Dark. It seems to be the new trend. Really, the troops choices tends to be the most barren, like the smallest choices. But obviously it's a very important part of your army. But now that anything can score, you can actually just, fill your list full of fast attacks, especially with the new... The more I think about the new force organization chart, the detachment for Dark Eldar, I like it. You can just fill it full of Hellions and just run at your opponent. It'd be really fun. So today we'll be discussing those in some good detail. So first of all, the Kabbalite Warriors, which are the foundation of the Dark Eldar army, are the Kabbalite Warriors. Their stat line didn't change between editions. They are still Weapon Skill and Ballistic Skill 4. They are Strength Toughness 3, 1 Wound, Initiative 5, and 1 Attack, Leadership 8. 5 up save. Rubik's having a lot of fun in the hallway. But they did go down in points. They used to be 9 points each, and they've gone down 8. Any free point upgrade is great. Since they're just as viable and just as useful as they were before, a point decrease saves you a point. That's awesome. And per model, so if you have a squad of 10, saves you 10 points. And it basically gives you like a free gun. If you want, you can take it, The heavy weapons, some of the options have changed points. Like a Dark Lands used to be 15 points. No, sorry, it used to be 25 points. And it's gone down to 20 points, which is great. But the Splinter Cannon used to be 10 and it's gone up to 15, so it depends on which one you want to take. I personally like the idea that you take up to 15 more. So a squad of... so you can take 15 more, as you could before. So up to 20 Kabbalite Warriors, 8 points each. I'd recommend upgrading one of them to a Sybarite, or Sybarite, for 10 points. It's a great, cheap upgrade, and gives you better leadership of 9 and extra attack. The extra leadership is key. I think it's great. Plus, the Sybarite can take Haywire Grenades, which is I definitely would recommend. I think is going to be a key for Dark Eldar army, because Dark Eldar are very much poison, right? But poison doesn't do anything against vehicles. And a Haywire Grenade will do things against vehicles. So it'll be a great choice. I think it'll be a great option for 5 points. Take a Haywire Grenade, throw it at a vehicle. Maybe get lucky, roll 6. Bunch of options. One Kabbalite Warrior may take an item from the Specialist Weapons list, which is just a Shredder or a Blaster. 5 points for a Shredder, 15 points for a Blaster. A Shredder has the special rule Shred. Makes sense. Up to 4 Kabbalite Trueborn may take items with Trueborn under the Elites, so it doesn't matter. And up to 2 Kabbalite Trueborn, nope, doesn't matter. And then take a Raider or a Venom as a dedicated transport. And we will be discussing the dedicated transports in this video. They're now in the fast attack choices, obviously, because that's where they're moving all the dedicated transports for some reason. I don't really consider a Rhino a fast, but it's okay. And that's it. Really not too much of a change. The great thing about not much of a change, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. That's my opinion on this. If you liked Kabbalite Warriors before, you're going to like Kabbalite Warriors now. They're not extremely different. They're just as good as they were before. Nothing really changed, and that's good. And they got 1 point cheaper. So you're great there. Plus, you can put them in a like, seriously, I'm going to talk about Raiders and Venom soon. I like. So that's good. You know what? I'm glad they didn't go crazy and change the core of the army, because it's good. Because most people, obviously, if you're a Dark Eldar player, you have Kabbalite Warriors or Witches, and it sucks when you have to really flip your army like that. And being able to just adapt that easily is great. and that's why I'm happy with that. So the fact that they didn't go too crazy with the Cabalite Warriors, I'm okay with personally. They also have special rules: Fleet, Night Vision, Power from Pain, which is great. They have Night Vision. Power from Pain is going to be awesome, and they have Fleet. So you know what? After turn 2, you have Cabalite Warriors with a 6-up Feel No Pain, even if they didn't kill anything. Turn 3, they have a 5-up Feel No Pain. Turn 4, they have Feel No Pain and Furious Charge. And that's great. I think Cabalite Warriors in general have gotten better because of the new Power from Pain. I think Power from Pain, the more I think about it, the better I think about it. Because the more the game goes on, the stronger your remaining guys will get, even if they haven't wiped a squad off the board. And that's really good. It gives the Dark Eldar player the ability to walk away from a small squad that you've whittled down. You don't necessarily have to finish off the squad to go pick on a juicier target. I have seen many games where the Dark Eldar player feels almost obligated to wipe a squad off the board because you have to kill that squad to get the pain token. You know? If you whittle a squad down to 1, you can just walk away and let that one dude run around the field and do whatever he wants, and it won't affect the game, to go focus to not waste your shots and to not waste your attacks on such a small squad. You can go and annihilate a bigger squad, and you get your benefits regardless. And there are a lot of things in this army that have the ability to up the turn for the points for the Power from Pain rules. So that way they can get Feel No Pain very quickly. Furious Charge, you know, awesome stuff. So great stuff there. Up next, of course, the other troops, Witches. Witches are the other troops. Witches really didn't change much at all. Witches are still 10 points a model. They used to be 10. Same stat line as before. Weapon skill plus skill 4. Strength toughness 3. 1 wound. Initiative 6. 1 attack. Leadership 8. You can upgrade to a Hecatrix for 10 points. I'd recommend it. I wouldn't never recommend. Seriously, this 10-point upgrade, to me, it seems like an auto. Do it. You want the higher leadership. You want it. A 9 leadership is better than an 8 leadership. For 10 points, you get an extra attack, and you get a better leadership for the squad. And it's so much better. 9 versus 8, I would recommend it. They come with Witch Suits, Splinter Pistols. Witch Suits still give a 6+ armor save, but they have the rule Dodge, which gives a 4-up invul for all attacks made in close combat, as they did before. Splinter Pistol, close combat weapon, plasma grenades. Splinter Pistol is strength 1, AP 5, because strength 1, obviously, you know it's going to be poisoned. And it's a pistol. So, cool. And they have combat drugs, dodge, fleet, night vision, power from pain. Pretty standard stuff. As I said, it's awesome. One which may be upgraded to a Hecatrix, 10 points. And once again, Hecatrix may take any of the following. Haywire grenades. Once again, I think it's an auto. I really feel that right now, since most armies, mech is back. Tanks are back. Tanks are really good in 7th edition. They've gotten so much more survival, as have vehicles in general. You know, walkers. To me, my Orc Walker list is doing great. So I think a Haywire Grenade is going to be a great 5-point increase, because it gives you that one chance to just throw that grenade on a 6, right? You know, you never know. So it's, I think I do it, because you might get that penetrating hit, and it gives you something to fight vehicles. Because the Dark Eldar, of course, they still have the shooting. I know, like the Dark Lances are still going to be just as nasty against vehicles, but it gives them that extra, you know, it just gives them an extra tool in their belt. 5 points, I think it might be worth it. And of course, they can take a Raider or a Venom as a delicate transport. They have access to the One Witch or Blood Bride, depending on if they're the Blood Bride is the elite version. May take an item from the Witch Cult weapons. 2 Hydra Gauntlets, 5 points. 2 Razor Flails, 5 points. A Shard Net and Impaler, 5 points. The Hydra Gauntlet is Strength User AP 5 Melee Shred Specialist. Razor Flail, Strength User AP 5 Melee Blade Whip Specialist Weapon, which Blade Whip, they reroll all failed to hits in close combat. And Shard Net and Impaler, Impale. A model fighting with the Impaler rerolls all to wound rolls of 1. Not bad. And a model fighting with a Shard Net and Impaler always gain the +1 bonus attack for fighting with more than 1 melee weapon. And they can reroll And they can reroll all the hit and to wound rolls of 1 in close combat. So, good stuff there. Good stuff there. And yeah, that's about it. That's the troops choices. So let's go to the dedicated transports, because this video is only like 10 minutes long. Let's go quickly discuss the dedicated transports, because that to me is how you got to keep your guys alive. And I think it's the Raider and the Venom that are going to do it. So let's start off with the Raider. The Raider has gone down in cost by 5 points, but it really hasn't gone down in cost, because the old edition was 60 points, but it came with a Dark Lance, and you could switch to a Disintegrator Cannon for free. The new edition, 5 points cheaper, comes with a Disintegrator Cannon, and you have to purchase a Dark Lance for 5 points. So it's essentially the same thing, because I still think a Disintegrator Cannon, for those who don't know, it's a Disintegrator Cannon is 36-inch range, strength 5, AP 2, heavy 3. So it's good against, Terminators. But a Dark Lance is strength 8, AP 2 lance weapon. And that is what I think, because the witches and the troops, all of the infantry bottles, all of your elites and your fast attacks, they're going to be good against infantry. Really. You need a Dark Lance in your army to pop vehicles, because as I mentioned, vehicles are really strong in 7th edition. You need something to pen armor, to take down a Land Raider. If you can't take down a Land Raider, it'll be very hard to win the game. And Dark Lances are the way to go still. I really do think that Dark Lances are very strong, and if you're not going to take Ravagers, we'll discuss that in the heavy support choices. But Ravagers they're still a solid heavy support choice, but so are the engines. So if you want to lighten up those areas, you've got to take at least several Dark Lances on your Raiders. So to me, that's key. Another thing is, let me just double check this, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have before. Yeah, that's it. Another thing, but the one thing that makes them insanely awesome is that Raiders have Deep Strike. I don't think they did before. Raiders can now Deep Strike, which makes sense fluff-wise, I think. I think it makes sense. So Raiders can Deep Strike. That's awesome. And I think that's actually a great idea, since now you're not required to take a certain proportion of your army in reserves. And also, turn 2, you're stronger than you are turn 1 because of the rules. The squad will be stronger if they're blown up. Now, if the vehicle is destroyed, and the squad's alone, the squad is stronger turn 2 than they are turn 1 due to the power of pain. So, Deep Striking in is now a really viable option for Raiders and for Venoms, which we'll discuss that in a second too. So Raiders have Deep Strike and Night Vision. That's pretty powerful. So if you're going to take a Raider, I would personally definitely upgrade it for 5 points. I would take a Dark Lance, 5-point upgrade, bring it back to the original cost, And then I would take the enhanced, you either Deep Strike it in. Decide ahead of time if you're going to Deep Strike, or if you should take the enhanced Aether Sails, which can make it move up to 24. A vehicle with enhanced Aether Sails can move up to 24 inches when it moves flat out, which basically crosses the board. Aether Sails are, they cannot be taken by Venom, so only Raiders and Ravagers. So, Aether Sails essentially for 5 points. 5 points. You get to cross the board turn 1. So that's essentially it. You decide ahead of time if you want it, or give yourself the Aether Sails for the option of Deep Striking. And then Deep Strike in wherever you want. If you want a Deep Strike, or move flat out. Get your guys where they need to go. I still feel a Raider is just as strong as it was before, if not stronger. I think it's great. I think the Dark Lances I think it's stronger because it's a Deep Strike option. That alone. Same cost if you're going to take a Dark Lance. If you want to take a Disintegrator Cannon, cheaper. But I think it's awesome. So Raiders, good. Very good. Raiders are very good, I think. And next, the Venoms, the other option if you want to take a dedicated transport. And once again, same stat as before, but it's also got Deep Strike. It's only a carrying capacity of 5 individuals. So depending on the squad, it's got a transport capacity of 5 individuals. So it's for smaller squads. But Twin-Link Splinter Rifle, Splinter Cannon, Flicker Field for 55 points. I don't think it changed in cost. Nope. It's same cost as before. Same stat line. It's basically the same exact thing before, except you can take a Splinter Cannon for 10 points. I think that'd be a good idea, because Splinter Cannons are Strength 1, AP 5, but they're salvo. 4/6, poisoned. So 6 shots each. Pretty nasty. And yeah, 55 points. If you want to drop a squad in the middle of a battlefield, it now gives you the option. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with taking a turn off the board, because you're still going to get the Alpha Strike the turn you Deep Strike in, and they're stronger. Your guys are stronger turn 2 than they are turn 1 due to the power of pain. And if you don't go in turn 2, turn 3, they're even better. They have a normal feel no pain. So nothing wrong with that. I really think that Power from Pain, the new rule, combined with these Deep Strike abilities of the Raider and the Venom, are going to be just amazing for the Dark Eldar. I really do think so. I think they're going to give a lot of tactical options. Because remember, Dark Eldar are one of the hardest tactical armies to play. And by the way, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, if you want to check out some battle reports, this just reminds me, I'm going to throw his name out because I really like him. Scardcast. Check out Scardcast if you really want to see some great Dark Eldar battle reports. SKAREDCAST. Scardcast. Check them out. And I think they're going to be great. I think that these will give so much tactical options in the game. Plus, I think it'd be really fun if you're playing like the Maelstrom of War missions, because then you can just Deep Strike your guys wherever you want them and score points later. Great options. So I think they're in great shape. Dark Eldar are going to be very maneuverable in this edition. So, that's it for the... That's it for the options for the 2 dedicated transports. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode and this part of my review of the new in-depth review of the new Dark Eldar Codex, not Dark Angels, Dark Eldar. So stay tuned in the next episode, where I will be discussing the fast attack choices that aren't the dedicated transports. I think you're going to enjoy it, so stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much for watching this one. Please like the video, comment in the comment section down below if you feel I missed anything or you have anything else to add to this conversation, and we're going to learn about Dark Eldar together. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting.